Hey guys, look who it is.
Back in action.
Look who it is.
We're back.
Hope y'all like that intro. I worked really hard on it. I worked really, really hard on it. I worked hard on it. I recorded that video from my Switch earlier. I figured out how to hook up my Switch to my computer so that I could make a video just for you guys and to celebrate Zelda's 40th anniversary. So, happy 40th anniversary to Zelda.
I guess it did, yeah.
Yeah.
85 and or 86 in Japan.
86, yeah. Copyright 86, February, and this is the exact day, February
Oh,
21st.
very nice.
Did that on purpose. So, all right. As normal, can you guys hear us? Does everything sound good? Can y'all hear Brad's sultry voice? Brad, tell him hi.
I'm so weird. I still don't know how the lapel mic sits best.
It's fine. It's gonna pick up your voice. It doesn't
yeah.
matter. So
I assume it'll be all right.
yeah. So how is everybody tonight? Stink, I got real sad because you said you don't have any friends.
We've always got friends in here. Are you looking at the news?
It just popped up. So, what's up, Cameron? How are you, man? We're doing good. This is the first stream that Brad has been back this year.
Yeah,
and we only did 2 streams last year, so
yeah,
this is already the 3rd stream of the year, and so we're rocking and rolling. So
was I know one of them, the ice.
It was the last one, Darth Talon.
The ice storm, but why did I miss the first one? Was that when I was sick?
No, you already had plans or something for it.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right. That's right.
Hello, Andrea and Mother.
Apparently, Oliver's watching, and he's asking if we can see him.
We can see you. Hey, Oliver. Hey, buddy. So yeah, this stream is super special to me. One, because again, Brad gets to come hang out with us again. The last 2 streams have been pretty darn chill, which is fine. They've been really, really good streams. But this being the 40th anniversary of Zelda is super special to us. We're big Zelda fans. We're big Nintendo fans. I think if there was a fandom that we've been into longer than comics and Star Wars, it's video games.
Yeah, Nintendo.
Starting with Super Nintendo, but
man, we had an NES.
We did
an NES before Super Nintendo,
but I don't remember a ton about them except the Barbie game, the Barbie video. For some reason, I remember the Barbie video.
Yeah, we rented that one.
But yeah, so Zelda is my favorite video game franchise, and it started with. I remember Bear playing Link to the Past.
Oh yeah,
on Super Nintendo.
We still got that save file with KJ. Is his name?
We do. But my first was with Ocarina of Time, which Bear got for Christmas, and then I just kind of happened to wander in there and start playing, and it changed my life. So, love these video games a lot.
I got Rogue Squadron that year.
Yeah, you did.
That was another great game.
Yeah, so video games in general are a big part of our life, which is why in 2 weeks, spoiler alert, we'll be celebrating the 30th anniversary of Pokemon, which is crazy because
we got that. Now we were there at the forefront. We were on the vanguard of of Pokemania.
And don't worry, we'll have our Game Boys and Game Boy Colors to show you guys. So
yeah,
because mine still has Pokemon Red inside of it. But this week is all Zelda. So I brought out a few things because I have a lot of Zelda stuff. But obviously, there's not really a lot of places to put it out here for me to just show everything. But back behind Brad, I've got a couple of Zelda books that I put up. Over here, this is actually Brad's. This Wind Waker bobblehead is actually Brad's.
Oh yeah, I gave it to you.
Sitting on a GameCube, and then just a pixelated Link and a Ganondorf up there, and then an Octorok pillow sitting next to Eslo from Minish Cap.
Maybe my favorite.
And then Brad's got one of my Master Swords. I have 3 different Master Swords. We got one right there. It'll come out. It's just probably stuck in there. Brad's not worthy. Brad's not worthy.
This is where I lose an arm on stream.
So, and then down here I got my Zant statue, which you can't really see, but I'll lift him up. Zant from Twilight Princess. Look how awesome this is. This thing's huge. So yeah, just a bunch of my Zelda stuff I brought out just to keep us inspired. Not to mention a Hylian shield, and then another Master Sword You know, these usually hang on my wall in my game room, but brought them because, you know,
Oh, don't stab Sophie.
why not? It's not sharp. So yes, Zelda is awesome. It's incredible. I love them. You know, I was gonna put up a poll that said, "What's your favorite Zelda game?"
Oof. Start an argument in the chat
Yeah,
before
we'll
it ever
start
gets
an
going.
argument.
But no,
Hey, Misty.
Aaron already said his. I mean, throw your favorite game in the chat.
Yeah, throw your favorite Zelda in the chat.
We were talking about that before we started. What
sure were.
What were our favorites?
I still have a hard time with it. Ocarina of Time was my favorite, so it's a soft spot. But I think of the traditional Zelda games, I like Wind Waker more than I like Ocarina of Time. But then I love Minish Cap because that was the first Zelda game I bought myself.
We got some super deal at Target for that.
Yeah, and then, but you know, Breath of the Wild changed my life. So,
yeah.
So there's I mean, Zelda's just great. Zelda's awesome.
Yeah.
Cameron, you said, why you gotta make me feel old? I turned 40 in a couple months. I turned 40 in a couple of weeks. Yeah. So I'm right there with you, buddy. It's all good.
I'll be 39 this year. You're in good company.
Yeah. So it doesn't matter. Turning 40 and I feel better than I did when I was turning 30. So it's all that matters.
Still out running. And
so let's just go ahead and get out of the way. You want to show him your cats real quick? He's in pants, but
no, I'm in pants.
Oh, he's in pants. Never mind.
They don't need
Sorry. No cats this stream. So,
but
so yeah, good to see all you guys out in the chat. I've got a big piece that I'm drawing here, so I'm gonna jump in and you know, we'll just have fun talking about Zelda and whatever else comes up. But I'm really hoping that Nintendo does something awesome for the 40th anniversary. I don't know. People have been clamoring for an Ocarina of Time remake for years now.
That would sell so well.
It would sell incredibly well. And we obviously got the one on 3DS. But God, what was that? That's got to be 7, 8 years ago now. Maybe even more.
So the Majora's Mask one came out in 2016. And
so that's already 10 years ago. So yeah.
Ocarina of Time came out before that.
But imagine if they did a big update for the Switch too. Yeah. Like it would sell millions of copies. So
yeah. Because you see people recreating in the Unreal Engine all the time. And so those are always cool.
Ocarina's up there, Wind Waker too. Yeah, Aaron. Majora's Mask is amazing. Twilight Princess is amazing. I mean, even Skyward Sword. People gave Skyward Sword flack. And I think that might have had to do with kind of where the Wii was at the time. It was kind of on its way out. It got a reputation for just tons of casual gaming stuff.
Ooh.
But that game took advantage of what the Wii should have been as far as controls and stuff, and it was amazing. It was amazing.
I think we could have gotten it sooner, but I mean, it felt like a swan song. Like the Wii, I'd given up on it because I felt like Nintendo had abandoned us with the Wii.
Yeah.
Like abandoned the core gamers, the people who kept them alive when the 64 and the GameCube struggled, and they were doing the everyone's a gamer, which is great. You can have those games, but like I wasn't getting hard like Mario games. I wasn't getting these games that appeal to core gamers. And
no, not at all.
That's something we can get into once you.
Stink, you said you never played Zelda, but have an NES classic that you hacked. Maybe you'll start there. I think starting with the first Zelda is a great place to start.
Don't start with the second one, but
do not start with the second.
The second one is hard. It's fun.
Yeah,
it's hard.
The first one is it's incredible what they were able to do on that first Nintendo with just being such an open-ended game. You could go anywhere and explore anywhere. It's literally come full circle with Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom, where you can just go wherever you want at any point. So highly suggest starting there. Or actually, I don't care. You start absolutely anywhere. Just play Zelda games. So, all right, guys, I'm going to jump into this. I say I'm going to jump into this. Hold on. Let's see what's up with my camera.
To the start screen?
No, my camera's not coming on. Okay, let's see. Hold on. Canon Vixia deactivate.
Scoot's having performance issues. Give him a second. Stinkerbug, there are a lot of good ones. Speaking of being a big handheld guy, I loved the handheld Zelda games. I love Link's Awakening. It's an earth-shattering, fun story that'll break your brain when you actually get into it, and kind of questions like the cost of victory sometimes. And there's the Game Boy version, there's the Game Boy Color version, and then they did an updated version on the Switch. Excuse me. And that one was fantastic. It had like a top-down, looked like a miniature set. It was really fun. Same art style they used for Echoes of Wisdom. Is that what that's called?
Mm-hmm.
And
Echoes of Wisdom.
so it was really fun. That one was really, really fun. It was maybe the last game I actually played straight through because I don't play a ton of video games these days. So I have a rule that like I have to buy one and then pass it on. So I bought that game, beat it, and then gave it to Scoot. So because man, games are expensive, and
Sure.
that's a lot for me to invest in just that. But
What is going on? This thing was literally working right before we stopped or started. So
did you get your cameras mixed up?
no, I've got it.
You're supposed to have this worked out before I came back.
I did. I had it completely going. Let me try restarting my camera. Hold on, guys.
It's a cool piece of art once you get to see it.
Yeah.
I'll start talking to people. So
Yeah, Brad's just gonna talk. That's why Brad's here.
Annie said earlier, she said we started on the Atari. Mom and Dad got us at a yard sale in the '80s. So I do remember that. I remember playing Pitfall on that, and
Yeah.
obviously we had the ET game like everybody had. I don't remember much other than that though.
I do blame Canada, Matt.
Aaron said Ocarina of Time is hands down maybe my. So he said hands down maybe. So I'm absolutely certain, possibly, that my top game is Ocarina of Time, which Scoot and I were saying that day. Ocarina of Time is the top of everybody's list. It's overhyped. It's the generic answer, but also that's okay because it's amazing. Like I have no issues with it. I love replaying it. I was telling Scoot today that I wanted to replay Ocarina of Time because it's such a fun game. Everything from playing as Kid Link, and then the opening little segment, you had to find 3 jewels and then go into the Temple of Time. Then you're big, and then you got to go through all that, and you're jumping back and forth, and the water temple that killed everybody's spirits, and leading up to what was the Gerudo Valley Temple?
The
Spirit Temple, and you had to go back and forth and change stuff through time. So many fun things, and so groundbreaking. There's a reason it's overhyped, and that's probably because it's not really overhyped. It's just incredible, and it just kind of, if you wanted to be contrarian, you say Ocarina of Time is
Yeah.
overhyped. It's bloated. Oh, people just like it because it's blah blah blah. But you almost got it there.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on. Like the resolution changed on it, so.
Oh, spoiler! There's this piece. If you
All right, hold on.
let
me get it all lined up here. Hold on. I really don't know what's going on here.
Annie said she remembers recording Pokemon shows before school in the late '90s. Man,
Damn
we
right.
wore those VHSs out watching them. Scoot and I used to put it on every night and just watch the heck of them. We had to avoid like Goodbye Pikachu after we lost our dog Nacho or Buddy. Man, still fun. I going to I have a playlist on Spotify that's just called Sing Along. It's just songs I like to sing along with, and we were riding to the
y'all are just
park
getting
today.
Some behind the scenes stuff. So
we were riding to the park today, and the Pokemon theme came on, and I gotta say, it made me want to be the very best. It like no always, yeah, it always is.
In your absence, a lot of the streams that I've been doing, we've been watching Pokemon. So.
Oh yeah, well, I mean, you can't watch it on here. You get copyright struck hard.
Struck. Okay, all right, we got it, guys.
Corey said, "Not overhyped, just incredible." Title of Bread Sex Tape.
All right, we got it, guys. Okay, here we are. So this is Ganon from Twilight Princess, not Twilight Princess, from Ocarina of Time. Sorry, and this is his final form. Spoiler alert for you that haven't played the game.
30-year-old game.
Yeah. But we got Link down here, standing ready to go. So, yeah, we did hide Fox and the Hound from you for sure, Philip. So yeah, this is going to be a really in-depth piece. We'll just see how far I get in an hour and 20 minutes now, or an hour and 40 minutes. So, but yeah, we'll keep talking, and then I'm going to start drawing now that I got the camera fixed. So.
Sorry, 28-year-old game. Let's see. What else did people say that would catch up? Corey said, Brad shattered my pedestal of masculinity he's been placed on by not being able to draw that sword. I know.
That's true.
We know you've got a bunch of kids. We know you draw your sword at the moment's notice. And he said, "Remember making a sword for Philip when I made the Link costume back in the day? Remember him
I
naming
do.
every cat young Link?
Yeah.
that
Or
we
Pikachu.
had like 45 cats on our back porch because we were too dumb to stop feeding them, and our coyotes weren't effective enough." Uh, Aaron said, "Ocarina of Time 3DS is 15 years old." Whew.
That's insane.
Stinker Bones, we're gonna come back to you. There's so many good ones he can play.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, every game is different, so it's not like you need to start anywhere.
Oh, uh, there's a thing that says, "Y'all, Bear said acknowledge Oliver's T Rex. He doesn't understand. He can't see you." Hey,
Oh,
Oliver, we see your T Rex and it's great.
it's a cool T Rex,
Cool T
buddy.
Rex, bud.
Good job.
Oliver's our nephew. If you don't know him, he's super dope.
You'll have to bring it over and show it to me soon, pal.
Misty said she remembered the first NES. I remember the NES very well that we
Yeah.
had.
I remember us not having a lot of games for it though.
There's a lot of Canada blaming going on in the chat.
That sounds
They're
right.
probably feeling bad after they got beat in hockey in the Olympics by the women, the U.S. women.
That's true.
Two things I could hear Brad talk about: Zelda and Cyclops. Man, not
Yeah,
overhyped.
I could talk about Zelda. Man, when a new Zelda game launches, I always take a week off.
Man, Philip, why would you want to watch Fox and the Hound? We started hiding the Zelda cartoon and the we had the Super Mario Brothers cartoon too that somebody bought us on DVD super cheap for Christmas, and of course, 4-year-old Philip loved them, and it just man, we had to be like a bird flew in and stole these
Well,
DVDs.
excuse me, princess.
Oh,
Yeah.
and he's right. We had way more NES, SNES games. So Scoot, Bear, and I kind of had a collective game collection. Like we, all three of us, just kind of pooled our games together as we got them over the years. And when Bear moved out, he got married and moved out. Obviously, we had to split the collection, and it was like a divorce. Then, when Scoot got married and moved out, we had to do it again. So, like, all of us have decent video game collections. Like, I could probably clear it for a decent price if I ever decided to like parcel it out. But we all have pretty big collections, but they would be much larger if we all still lived together. But nah. Yeah, Corey said you can't hide the kids' movies with all the streaming services.
Just
Canada.
turn on them parental controls.
Aaron said Canada got beat by women in women's curling by Great Britain.
Oh,
They also Canada got caught cheating in curling too.
Yeah.
Wow, we got to bring up the Brad. Yes, the self-is a blow about hockey because you're handsome, but still, I wondered because it was the men's finals was Canada versus U.S. again, and I was wondering who won that or if they've played it yet.
I really have not watched a lot of Olympics this year.
Philip said, "I remember my first love, Pokemon Fire Red, and my mother forcing me to play with the other kids at my birthday party instead of playing Pokemon."
Yeah, screw that.
And then I remember when Philip decided, I asked him what he wanted for his birthday several years later, and he wanted Pokemon Red, the original.
Yeah.
And so we bought him Red, and Brian Rowe and I played through Gen 1 as well. Blue, I don't know what Brian was playing. And Philip, every once in a while, would be like, "How do I make a Pokemon hold an item?" I'm like, bro, there ain't no hold. I was like, "How do I know what their abilities are?" Man, they don't have abilities.
They don't have abilities.
Special, they're not special attack and special defense. It's just special. Oh, it was so much fun. And he's like, putting something in the box is an effort. I'm like, yeah, it's the first game. You got to understand.
Yeah, it's the first and best game.
Yeah. Oh, I still I sent Scoot a very nostalgic Pokemon video today, and like I think both of us cried.
I'm gonna play that one on the opening of the next stream, so y'all be ready.
You can trigger me like a sleeper agent by playing the opening theme to the opening to Ruby and Sapphire because it's just the best ever. And gosh, like hearing it just washes over me. If you ever needed me to wake up from a coma or like when you're lowering my casket into the grave, play that. That's what I want. Of course, that bold move starting inks on the face.
Mm. Actually, I feel like I'm the most confident on the face because I've been sitting and drawing this thing for what has felt like a few hours over the last day.
Mm-hmm.
And I've got my reference, which I have it if I need it. But I've looked at it so much, I feel like I finally know. Growing up, I actually up until yesterday, I don't think I could have told you what his face looked like because it's such a dark battle.
Yeah, and it's pixelated. I mean,
Yeah, it's
it's that
incredibly pixelated.
crunchy N64 graphics.
His head's like really tiny. So, but now I've looked at it so much, I'm pretty confident.
And he said Philip loved Pokemon so much I made him an Ash and Red costume and made Adam Pikachu and Charmander costumes. I don't remember Charmander.
I remember it.
I remember Pikachu for sure.
Do you also remember when Philip came up to us and said, "Guys, wouldn't it be cool if Pokemon were real?"
Like, you
We're
gotta stop.
Shut up, Philip.
Yeah, this is like right when we're having to start 9 to 5 jobs,
Yeah.
hating life. Philip said more Pokemon fun facts. Scoot bought me Pokemon White too, but I had to catch a football and they kicked straight in my head. That sounds like that was the same way Scoot got Resident Evil 4.
From
Bear was like, if you can make this basket, like we had a basketball goal at the end of our the driveway. Like our driveway had a T junction. At the end of the T junction was the basketball goal. That had to be like 400 feet.
Yeah.
It was a far shot, and he's like, if you can make it from over the cars, I'll buy you Resident Evil 4
on the GameCube.
The time slowed, inspirational music started playing, and you sunk that basket. We went straight to GameStop. Straight to GameStop and got Resident Evil 4.
Literally was the first day that GameStop opened in Millington.
Yeah. I think he bought me Bat and Kaido's Eternal Wings in the Lost Ocean at the same time. Because he was like, yeah. Misty said the Pikachu and Charmander costumes are hanging in my closet. Please have Adam put them on and let's see how they look.
Adam put them on.
I know he's really been into Legos, but I remember when he dressed up as Link, they didn't put the belt over his tunic, and so he looked like he was wearing a dress for a little bit. Oliver's been Link. He was Pajama Link from Wind Waker. He was perfect for that.
I worked really hard on that sword for Philip.
Dang, I don't remember. Did you make him the Kokiri sword, I guess?
Yeah, I made it out of wood.
I don't remember the sword. I remember the costume. This Eslo hat that's behind us, I found that at Animax, maybe? It was a local anime store back when we were like turbo weebs. And I bought it and I was like, this is the coolest thing ever. I can't believe I found this. I can't wait to give it to Scoot for his birthday. And I had Bear take a picture of it, and he was supposed to send it just to me, and he sent it to Scoot.
Yeah.
And
I was like, that is so freaking cool.
And I was like, I guess I'll get you another present. So yeah. And he said, Lunk. And he still has Philip's costume, so we can reuse them. We got Oliver and Lily. Oliver entered his first cosplay, and he said, Oliver entered his first cosplay contest as Lunk, and then she corrected Lily. I
always said I'd like to make a Ganondorf costume.
Oh yeah, because I was working on a Link one for a while, like always, and like you just being taller than me, you could have like done a great Ganon. Now your hair could do Thirst Trap Ganon from Tears of the Kingdom.
Yeah, I could put it in the Japanese bun that he has.
Just half sash, right nipple all out.
Hell yeah.
But
that's the Ganon I was gonna draw.
I played Ocarina. I played I think one of the best things is when I went back and was playing. I got into playing video games a lot. I borrowed Bear's copy of A Link to the Past, and I was playing. And I remember he had everything maxed out on his KJ file. I'm pretty sure my file was called Chewy after Chewbacca.
Yeah.
And I remember he watched me start the game once, and my sword was different from his. And he's like, "What is that?" And I was like, "Oh, that's the upgraded sword." He's like, "No, I have the upgraded sword." I was like, "No, you got to throw it in the fairy fountain." And he made me stop playing, turned his game on, and then threw it in there to get his upgraded sword. Like that copy was literally from the day the game came out, and he still has a save file. I mean, shoot, last time we booted it up, it was still on there. But
that copy of A Link to the Past seen some shit.
Zane, Aaron said, "Please tell me it's just my stream that crashed." Mine's still going, so. It might just be you.
It might be you, Aaron, because remember, it says excellent on my end. Aaron always has it crashing on Instagram, too. So.
And brought up a good one. She said, I think the first Zelda game I really remember playing myself and not watching someone play was Oracle of Seasons. Yeah, I bought that, and I had it, because I remember I bought it and didn't realize I needed a Game Boy Color, so I borrowed Scoot's Game Boy Color forever. And I played that game with a flashlight in my mouth under the covers because I didn't have a worm light or anything.
He didn't have his gag ball.
Yeah, I was just joking and choking. And I played that. Yeah, and I remember Ann played it because, we all played that. And then we later got years later, and transferred our data and finished it up.
Those games were really good.
Those games were really fun, and that was I really like because after I played those, I went back and played Link's Awakening, and I
Oh,
really love
game's good
that.
too. Link's Awakening was a game that was made that wasn't under the guise of like the previous Zelda teams. So they
Yeah,
literally just got to do whatever they wanted, and it turned out awesome. And there's still a lot of stuff in that game that's like staples in the series.
yeah, and I mean, like, I love the existential question of
Is this real?
was it okay? Well, no, it wasn't, and like where Link is trying to escape because if I remember the timeline right, is when he's going back to Hyrule to save Hyrule,
Yeah,
but he shipwrecks and he ends up on
Koholint.
Koholint. That's it. There you go. And he has to wake up the windfish, which isn't a fish, it's a whale.
Yeah,
But he has to wake it
the
up, and
wind whale.
all the bosses are warning him, like, "Hey, if you wake this thing up, this island disappears." And you got to think like Link is going to wake this up to get back and save
His land, but
his
kill
land,
this land.
but yeah, he's going to literally like genocide. I don't know if you'd call it that, but he's going to erase all these people from existence. And Marin even is that
Marin, yeah.
Marin realizes it, and she talks to him about it. Is like basically tells him he needs to do it anyway because he needs to get back and save his world. And she says, "I hope one day," or she's like, "Maybe I'll become a seagull and fly away." And at the end, when Link is back on the shipwreck after he wakes up the windfish and Koholint
Yeah.
disappears, he sees a seagull flying over and he hopes it's her. And it's just like,
Deep
gosh, like
Zelda has a lot of deep stuff in it like that.
there's definitely stuff like that because I think Majora's Mask does it well. Even like the couple getting married because they're like, let's get
Yeah.
married now because the moon's about to kill us all.
Anju and Kafei.
And the I think what Majora's Mask did well is they gave you enough to keep you interested and keep the mystery there, but they didn't try to explain everything. Like to this day, like people don't know where Termina is. Link
Mm-mm.
doesn't know how he got lost getting there and couldn't figure out how to get back. And like the Skull Kid, of course, later appeared in Twilight Princess that takes place afterwards, but he doesn't really mention Termina. He doesn't
Wow.
mention, possessing Majora's Mask. You don't even know who Majora is. It's just like it was this mask with evil, and that's kind of cool to me. I like it's this weird in a realm of these pretty stock and not in a bad way. These stock fantasy stories you get. There's a hero, he gets a sword, he has to go save the princess. There's dragons, there's which are all super fun, and I think Zelda's done a good job of keeping interesting and fresh. Is Majora's Mask is a Twilight Zone
Oh
episode.
yeah.
There's all these weird people in this small little town, and they all have interconnected lives. And there's a moon that's falling for some reason. Is
Yeah, it's never
It's
explained.
never explained. And then like you learn that Majora was some, or the no the Skull Kid was like friends with the giants, and then or
Yeah.
Majora sealed them away, and then there's these giants you can awaken and do this, and then there's a mask that turns you into the fierce deity, and like I think in Japan he's called Oni Link when he's in
Oni
that
Link, yeah.
form.
Yeah.
But like and people didn't like the term fierce deity, but I really like it for its simplicity. It didn't try to be too much, and like what is he? He's an angry god.
Yeah.
And when you're in that form, you are because you straight wreck Majora
Oh
in it.
dude, no question.
Uh,
Majora didn't stand any kind of chance.
let's see. Annie said Twilight Princess Zelda is still on her cosplay list. That would be a rough one.
Yeah.
Uh,
You doing regular Zelda or Ganon Puppet Zelda?
oh, that was cool. I think
Yeah.
Zelda, the first Zelda. Oh, that was Annie. I read that one. Zane is still having technical difficulties, and
Oh, you mean Aaron?
yeah, Zelda is proving that it's doing the generic fantasy tropes in a good way, but still being loved for years. So, yeah, I mean, it's kind of like sometimes in writing and like script writing and stuff, there's a term called hanging a lantern, and it's hanging a lantern or lamp shading, and it's where you draw attention to a trope and within like it's a very meta thing to do, and Zelda does that sometimes with the fantasy stuff, but Princess Bride did that from beginning to end, and it's still an incredible movie. And I think that's what Zelda, especially maybe Breath of the Wild, because they could have given us 16 Twilight Princesses, and we're gonna play them all,
Yeah.
and we're gonna love them all. But Breath of the Wild was, I said, I liked when they brought in a new team, and one of the team members was like, "Well, let's put a jumping mechanism," and they're like, Link
What?
doesn't jump.
Yeah.
And he said, why?
Yeah.
And they were like, I don't know. It's just a trope. It's just part of his things. He doesn't jump. And they're like, well, let's make him jump. Like, and so there's it. It was literally like a breath of fresh air to bring a pun full circle. But it was so much fun, and it to me it felt like when you play that first Zelda game or you played Pokemon Red and Blue and you felt lost in a world where, yeah, there are things that are guiding you where to go and what to do, but you're also just doing your own thing. I remember Breath of the Wild was such a hard game to discuss with you and Bear and Dwayne
Yeah.
because where are you? Like,
Yeah.
oh, what dungeon are you on? There aren't dungeons. Where? Oh, you
Yeah.
saw a giant sword in the ground. You found a missing goddess statue. You found giant bones in the desert. What? Like,
Yeah.
and it was just this thing where we had to talk almost abstractly about what we've done.
I've been here, but
Yeah,
yeah. What's up,
it's
Lee? How are you?
uh, it's it's one of those things that's what made it so much fun. Is it felt like an adventure again? No, not Ocarina of Time. Great. The open plains, the Hyrule Plains, the Hyrule Field, I guess.
Yeah.
That was awesome. It was a good hub, and for the time, it didn't feel restraining.
Oh, it felt huge
It
back
felt
then.
huge, and so you could move around. You get to the different, and obviously there's areas, and it's blocked in. It's not open world,
But
but
back then you couldn't tell.
it didn't feel that way, and
No.
that's what I think has kept Zelda fresh. Is it keeps feeling adventurous. Playing Minish Cap again, one of my favorites is going into the Picari world where you get small.
Yeah.
And like when you're walking across the cobbler's table and there's like a giant shoe because you're
Oh, I
tiny,
love it.
and you're walking across his blueprint and there's like safety pins and cups and stuff, and that sense of scale, it brought a whole new world for you to invest in and get lost in. So you had the typical Hyrule to move around, but you had this other world to explore, and I think maybe that's the essence. That's what makes Zelda good. Is Zelda has never okay, I'm gonna walk this back. Is Zelda has never lost its sense of exploration and adventure. Even like some people have complained about the length of it, but to me, I think Wind Waker was the best because
Oh yeah.
you're just sailing, and you might find a cool island, or you may never encounter it in the entire time you're playing. I think the one time that failed was Spirit Tracks.
Yes,
I
100%.
I would probably put Spirit Tracks. If it's somebody's favorite, awesome. I hope you loved it, and
Yeah.
in fact, I hope you can explain it to me and make me go back and play it and enjoy it more. But Spirit Tracks to me felt very limiting. You could go on these tracks, and like even to me, like the idea of, we talked about it for years, is Link should have a train system,
I
and
know.
how cool would that open world be if you could stop and do stuff. But in there, it was really just
It was
point.
very linear.
It was very linear. It was very point A, point B. It felt like just fast travel. Like when you've been somewhere and you just want to get there quick. And other than a couple of things attacking you and you could shoot bombs at them, it was very boring, is a harsh way to put it to me.
Yeah.
I wasn't engaged. It wasn't running across Hyrule Field and you're like, I gotta get into Hyrule Town by night or monsters are gonna start
Yeah.
appearing. It was just like, oh, there's this thing, shoot a bomb, you're good.
I think a lot of it, some of that came from the time that it came. Like when it came out, we had just been through Wind Waker, we had just been through Phantom Hourglass,
Oh, Phantom Hourglass
and
is so
then
good.
we had also been through so many Zelda games that used musical instruments. And it was almost like uh, Zelda games have always had musical instruments, but having them be at the forefront is something different. When you had Ocarina of Time, that was new.
Yeah.
Although A Link to the Past had an ocarina in it, you didn't use it very often. But we had Ocarina of Time, and then we had Wind Waker. I mean, the Wind Waker is a musical instrument. Let's face it; it's a musical instrument. But Spirit Tracks came out, and it was another musical instrument you use, and it was almost like I think we're ready for something new.
Yeah.
But the how linear it was made it feel so small when all these other Zelda games that we've been playing at that point were feeling bigger and bigger.
Um, Philip said, "Got to talk about the best new Zelda game, Echoes of Wisdom. Bought it for Scoot for Christmas. I want to buy
I
myself."
haven't played it yet. So one thing I pride myself on is I've beaten every Zelda game, and I usually beat them when they come out. But Echoes of Wisdom, unfortunately, came out at a time when we were in New York and Ashley was having surgery, so I didn't have money to buy it. Brad bought it for me for Christmas this year, and I'm pumped. I can't wait to play
I
it.
got it super cheap. I should have bought 2 copies, one for myself.
Yeah.
It was
But
one I thought
I'm
about buying and then giving to you.
the only reason I haven't started playing it yet is because Brad bought it right after I bought Donkey Kong.
Oh
so
yeah.
so I'm still in the middle of Donkey Kong, which is an amazing game as well. So I highly recommend it.
Phil, Aaron said, "Big question. What's everybody's favorite version of Ganon?" And Melon's one. I'm sorry if I don't know who that is. Don't know you by your real name.
Melon's one. Yeah, I don't know you, but welcome.
Yeah.
Or maybe we do know
We'll
you.
just call you Melons.
Yeah, Melons.
We like Melons. He said my favorite Ganon was Twilight Princess and Wind Waker Link because he talks smack. So first of all, Twilight
I
Princess.
have Wind Waker Ganon up there.
So Twilight Princess, I have a picture of him on my phone that I keep where when you finally get to the very end and you've cleared Zant and you've cleared everything and you get in there and he's waiting for you.
Oh, I love it.
Sitting on the throne and he has his hand, like his fist, his chin on his fist. He's just waiting for you. And then when he's fighting you with like,
welcome to my castle.
Yeah, welcome to my castle. And then the Oracle stabbed him with a magical sword. He killed one and then pulled the sword out.
Took the sword out.
And then took the sword like
I love it.
It was he was a gangster in a whole different way. And then when you fight him on the open field and eventually stab him in the chest again,
yeah.
Scoot and I had a sequel we always talked about was we wanted a sequel to Twilight Princess because remember he stabs him in the chest and the hole he had in his chest where the oracle not oracles, the sages tried to kill him.
Yeah.
And you stab him with the Master Sword and you just leave him there. And I always said in the sequel they should have it where, tons of times have passed, like he's overgrown with moss. Maybe they built something around him as almost like a tomb. Yeah. And then you see like a masked figure come up and grab the Master Sword and just shatter it and wake Ganon up. And that could have been Vati.
Vati, dude.
I love Vati from the Four Swords stuff.
He is so underused, man. God, yeah. I need another game.
His big giant eyeballs, and that's where Minish Cap I thought was really good. Is it gave him a little like the Four Swords adventure was fine. It was what you needed. You had him there. He turned into a big monster and you fought him. It was super cool. But yeah. I just thought Vati. I want more than I ever want a realistic adult like Twilight Princess, Ocarina of Time, Zelda. I just want Zant in that setting.
I do too.
And he's so cool because they've had him in the Wind Waker look, and that's cool.
Oh,
he looks great.
Vati. You said Zant.
Oh, Vati. Excuse me. And
although Zant was cool too, I like Zant.
Yeah. So yes, Twilight Princess is definitely up there. Scoot and I were specifically talking about Wind Waker Ganon before this. I love him because if you play Wind Waker, that is a Ganondorf game.
Oh yeah.
Obviously, Zelda's there, Link's there, all that, but the whole time. Ganon is it's about him. You're trying to stop him from getting his wish. You're trying to stop him from reviving Hyrule. You're following him through, and like he was not. They didn't publicize him a lot. Like there were even questions before it came out. Like, is Ganon in this game?
Mm-mm.
And I love when he has you. When you first meet him in is it Dragon Roost? Dragon Roost, and he's in that little upper thing after you fight the Helmarok King, I think.
Yeah.
And that was a cool fight as you're traveling up in this giant bird. This rock is popping through and fighting you. But Ganon's up there and he's telling you his story. And he talks about, where I grew up in the desert, I watched Hyrule and I watched Hyrule thrive and never help me. And then I watched this wind bring rain and green and life. And he's like, the wind where I live brought nothing but death. And then when you play that game and you fight him at the end, which is, I love that fight where Zelda's shooting him with arrows and you're fighting him with a sword. And he pulls out 2 swords. First of all, King of Red Lions, was he Gustav Johansson Hyrule or something?
Yeah. Gustav Johansson Hyrule III.
Yeah, and so he tricks Ganon and steals the wish from the Triforce and wishes for the kids to have a future and to flood Hyrule, which I thought was really fun because you're learning. He's like, you can't revive Hyrule. We have to learn and move past it. We have to learn from our sins. It's this evolution rather than a reset to what they think was the golden era. And Ganon, the laugh, his laugh where he starts going insane was my alarm for like years. And so in the middle of the night, you just hear, but Ganon at that moment goes, I'll show you your future, and pulls out 2 swords and decides he's going to kill 2 children.
I love it.
And that's just, he's just evil. And like, you almost like, then you fight him. And the killing blow where you get the shot and Link like cuts him 3 times, jumps in the air, and then you just see him coming down. And when they pull back, Link has buried the Master Sword in his forehead.
Yeah.
And
That's so
Ganon,
hardcore.
first of all, Ganon's still alive.
Yeah.
And then he's sitting there and he goes, "There's the wind again."
Oh, it's so sad
And
almost. Like,
you realize that he means it's death. Death has come again, and it's this wind he's trying to escape. And you almost feel bad for Ganon. You're like, maybe if Hyrule weren't such dicks and high and mighty and hiding in their, behind their walls and had thought about their neighbors, thought about their desert neighbors and traded with them and helped them, maybe Ganon wouldn't have grown up. Now, Ganon is the reincarnation of evil,
yeah.
so probably yes, but there's
Even
a
so,
whole
we were discussing it. Like, it's the first game that actually kind of makes you sympathize with Ganon.
yeah, and like it's this idea. There's a great one. Like there's a great idea, and it plays out if you ever read the Rick Riordan books with the Greek gods. Is they talk about for a long time is these things are constants, and can constants change? I mean, it's contradictory in title, but we should all be able to evolve and change. And that's the thing is like I don't know if I ever won a game where Ganon is good or even allied with Link,
Yeah, no.
but the idea that he might be able to, if you could get him, you do a game where he's at the precipice of being good, and then Demise's curse, you know, wins out or something like that. And that's Wind Waker's the closest we've ever gotten to that. Because again, you're playing, you're like, yeah, I stabbed him in the face, take that evil, and he's like, there's that wind that always killed me and my family and my friends
Yeah.
and never brought life. He's like, yeah,
Damn it.
my bad. Like,
Link's a terrible kid.
my bad. And then I do at the end of that game, to get off Ganon for a second, I love that the King of Red Lion stays down there because he
Yeah.
realizes he is a part of the problem, same as Ganon. He's a part of the old Hyrule, and you have to let that stuff die.
Yeah.
And so I thought that was really interesting.
Lee,
Great.
you said
Ganondorf.
Majora's Mask scared the shit out of you as a kid. I think if I had played it as a kid, it might have scared me too.
I think, man, the music is creepy too.
Oh,
If you
it
still
is.
listen to it, it's a
It-
really good
It
one.
is a really good game, though.
It's Majora's Mask is Rod Serling presents Major like Zelda, and that's
Yeah,
all
I'm
you
okay
need
with
for it.
that,
And
yeah.
I think I wish they would do that. What they did with that, because of course they needed a sequel. They wanted a sequel on the 64 because they needed a big seller, and so they took the engine. And most of those things, they reused all the polygons, all the
yeah.
models. There were characters who they just barely palette swapped them, if they even did that. And what that allowed them to do, and what I guess they probably did with Tears of the Kingdom, is they already had all the stuff, and so they were able to focus on a fun new story and adventure and character development and arcs and all this background stuff that like Ocarina of Time didn't lack, but it didn't
Yeah.
have as much time to be polished because you were focused on building this world. And then like Twilight Princess, they made that, they should have made a sequel with it. Use the same world. It doesn't even have to be a direct sequel like Majora's Mask.
I'm surprised they didn't.
It can be anything, and that's when they talked about Tears of the Kingdom. Like, good, use that engine and just give me something more. Even, I mean, we could try this. What do people think the flaws of Ocarina of Time are, and not just time related flaws? Because obviously the controls could have been better,
Yeah.
but that stuff in the
But
time.
even so, yeah, the controls at the time were
The
revolutionary.
time, yeah, at the time were incredible, but Majora's Mask was able to improve on several things that Ocarina of Time maybe didn't have the time or experience to improve on. It's a terrible analogy. It's the Snyder Cut. You were allowed to, you had years of feedback in play to understand what went wrong and then produce a better product. Now, whether you think Majora's Mask is better than Ocarina of Time is a personal opinion. And I personally like it more story-wise, but I've probably played Ocarina of Time more, especially when Master Quest came out on GameCube.
Oh, yeah.
But I love that idea. Like, I think they did it with Mario Galaxy. Galaxy 2 was different, and I was one of the weirdos who didn't like it as much. But it was still,
I still like Galaxy 1 better.
yeah, I like the hub. I
I do
like the
too.
observatory. I like all that. I did not like them telling a story about somebody's parent dying in the middle of
Yeah.
being buried under a tree. But yeah,
But it was also, I think it kind of, talking about Mario Galaxy 2, it's kind of the same thing that I was talking about with you earlier about Twilight Princess and Breath of the Wild. Or not Twilight Princess, but Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom. Where Tears of the Kingdom literally took everything that Breath of the Wild did and expanded it 3 times bigger. And that is incredible. but for some reason in my heart, playing Breath of the Wild still has a softer spot for me.
Yeah.
Um, I think if Tears of the Kingdom had come out first and it was the only game, it would have been just fine. Like it would have blown our minds, and you know,
Uh, and
but it's playing Tears of the Kingdom, although it's amazing and the final battle is amazing, it still didn't capture me the way Breath of the Wild did.
um, I haven't played. I have not played Tears of the Kingdom. And was there's an underground, right? And it
Oh
was
yeah.
it the robed people from Seasons and Ages?
No, no.
Oh dang! I wish.
The Subterranea
Yeah,
or something like
Subterranean or
that. Yeah.
whatever. That would have been
If
cool.
it had been, I'd have shit my
Where you have to
pants.
dance with them and
Oh, I
stuff.
love it. It's
I
so weird.
Melon said I'd love to see more of the Shadow World where Midna and Xan are from. Yeah,
Oh yeah, the Twilight Realm.
that
Hell
was
yeah.
super cool. And even them invading was super fun. It was that was the I was reading a book called at the time called The Hunt for the Skinwalker when it came out, which is about Skinwalker Ranch, which is a big thing now. But they talk about these things coming through portals in there, and I always imagine them as like those weird Twilight monsters that wore like the shields on their
Oh
face or
yeah.
whatever. To this day, when I read that book, that's what I imagine because we were when because Scoot and I only had one Wii at the time, so he would play for a while, then I'd play for a while, and I'd just sit and read, and we listened to Christmas music during it because it came out during that time. But
Mm-hmm.
Twilight Princess is I wish they would. I miss the Wii U, so I miss the HD stuff they did on that.
I have them
Yeah,
because they came with the amiibo. Another thing, amiibo is I've got every Zelda amiibo that's come out. Actually, I've got most of the amiibo. I'm only missing a few of the Smash Brothers ones and
the giant
the giant Yoshi.
Mega Yarn Yoshi.
Yeah.
Let's see. And he said, I remember when when Wicked came out and y'all wanted to build your own King of Red Lion ship to sail. I still
What do you
stand
mean?
by. We could do
I was
that.
about to say, what do you mean? Remember, we still want to do that.
Yeah, I was thinking about that the other day. I was like, I
So
could buy a boat for like $400, and then
there's a video that I just watched the other day of this girl that made the King of Red Lions. That actually is a boat, and it's amazing.
yeah, he was awesome. Like I love Wind Waker.
Yeah, it's
I
such a
think
good game.
it was so much fun, and just the exploration, Ganon. I know there's always like the fabled missing dungeon in that because Jubba Jubba just gives you one of the
Yeah,
stones.
yeah.
I don't
I,
know.
I think it's pretty much confirmed at this point that he was gonna be a temple
And they
or
just
a
yeah,
dungeon,
temple,
and they
yeah,
had to cut him.
and they just ran out of time.
Yeah.
I mean that happens. You get stuff like that all the time, but that's another one. If they were like, "Hey, we're gonna make Wind Waker 2 and it's just this," which I mean, I guess they kind of did with
Spirit Tracks, or not Spirit Tracks, but
Phantom
Hourglass.
but I I enjoyed Wind Waker a lot. Just
I did too.
we say this Scoot and I and Bear, whenever we go on a vacation, if it's a car trip, well I guess any trip, I guess just but when we hit the open road finally, like when I'm leaving Memphis and I hit the bridge, like if I'm going through Arkansas, is we play the ocean theme
Mm-hmm. The
for
Great
Zelda.
Sea.
Yeah, because it's just this rousing theme and it just feels adventurous whenever you're on there. And then how it would transition if like an enemy popped up and ominous. Always really good.
So good.
Yeah, King of Red Lions was a great, great character. There were a lot of good ones. Then Splish, boom, like that guy is.
Those mini games are so good.
Yeah, I think another thing they do fun is they always have those background characters.
Oh yeah, the NPCs.
Yeah, the NPCs are just, especially they've gotten a lot of character. Beetle is super.
Beetle, yeah, he's
It
a
took
staple
me.
now.
It took me so long to realize that Beetle's backpack makes him look like a beetle.
Yeah.
It was like he just has a weird name. That's all it is. And everybody's favorite Tingle.
Tingle.
Yeah, have you ever beaten Tingle's treasure tracker? Because if not, you haven't beaten every Zelda game.
Okay, every mainline.
Every mainline game. I remember
that game only came. No, it did. They did eventually release it over here, didn't they?
Tingle tracker. Yeah. I think so. I'm trying to think. I guess Echoes of Wisdom's the last one you have to beat.
Yeah.
Because they did the rhythm game too with
yeah.
That I heard was fun. I'm not good at rhythm games. I don't have rhythm. So I'm just reacting. Like when I played DDR, it was very like clinical, and I just hit the arrows as they came up. There was no like rhythm to it.
Love rhythm games.
Who else do we have in
Aaron, you
there?
play randomized Wind
I've
Waker?
never
I've
gotten into
never
them.
gotten into a randomizer game.
To me, like I'm weird about games. Like if you're going to make a ROM hack, I want it to be original. That's what I liked so much about Super Mario Makers, both of them.
Oh god, I love those games.
I don't care for people tweaking games that already exist. That's why like Melee or when Brawl came out and it was terrible and they started Project M and they were trying to make it more like Melee, I didn't
And
care.
we were very sad at how bad Brawl
I was
was.
well, yeah, Brawl was the breaking point for the Wii for me. Like what's sad is I spent that night playing Umbrella Chronicles
Oh,
and
speaking
having
of
the
that,
best
Annie,
time.
look, I have an ocarina. So it's not an official like replica, but literally this was the first actual musical instrument that came out that was supposed to be like a replica of
That,
the
they
Ocarina of Time.
advertised in Nintendo Power,
It
like
was, yeah. I
what's
mean,
this?
now you can buy like really awesome replicas, but
Yeah,
yeah,
because it
this one plays and everything. So
yeah
cool. Maybe I'll play you guys a song at the end. I think I only
just
remember like Zelda's Lullaby and the Market song from
play the
Ocarina of
Song of
Time.
Storms.
Doo-doo-doo,
The bootstrap
doo-doo-doo.
paradox where that thing has no real origin
Yeah,
because you teach it the old man in the future says he learned it from a kid and then you go back and teach it and so he teaches you and you teach it.
it's good stuff.
Yeah, and he says, yeah, man, Ocarina Majora's and Wind Waker randomized. It's insane. I started playing them because I had played through the vanilla game so damn many times, and I get that, but I just part of me is just I like to play them. And I like to play them faster, or maybe I like to play them leisurely. I just never got into the randomizer things and like watching GDQ, like games done quick. Some are awesome, but like I just never got into. I don't find them interesting to watch. I mean, maybe it'll be different if I
Maybe
played
it's
it.
one. Yeah, maybe it's one of those. They're more fun to play type of things. But
Yeah.
I've never found them interesting to watch either.
Philip said you can play the Epona song. I've heard you play it several times.
I don't remember it though. I know I remember how to play the Market song. Um, let me see. Hold on. I don't know. It may come through the microphone. I
Just
guess.
gonna.
Yeah, the
Eh,
Market song.
not bad.
I don't sit and like practice the ocarina like I do guitar. But,
Bet you can play the shit out of that
I
harmonica.
think I remember. I think I remember the Zelda's Lullaby. I'll try it at the end.
You can also play the stable theme like I had at my wedding.
Oh, dude, that's such a good song in Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom.
I don't remember that one too well.
It's a
Oh,
when you go up
they
to the stables.
they had a great dope playlist.
Oh no, that
Philip
soundtrack is amazing.
Philip had a dope wedding in general. It was
Yeah,
fun.
it was. It was a good one. Philip, how about that final battle with Ganon in Tears of the Kingdom? That
How
was
about
something
how about
else.
not jumping, Philip?
Yeah. How about not jumping ever, Philip? DJP.
Don't jump out. Randomized just keeps you on your toes and makes the gameplay last a little bit longer. It doesn't change how you play the game. That's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair. And like I said, it's again, we haven't talked about it in a while because I haven't been on here. We live by the Ben Riley protocol. If Spirit Tracks is your favorite, if for some reason the damn CDI games are your favorite, I'm glad you enjoy them. Please
You're
don't play
wrong,
them.
but I'm glad you enjoy them.
You're very wrong. I mean, what's Hayashi used to love the Venom movies, and I still think
Yeah.
they're atrocious, and that's fine. But
Kind of miss old Hayashi. We ain't seen him in
yeah,
a
I haven't seen him
while.
well. He got really into the '60s, and nobody ever heard from him again. Uh, but yeah, I maybe I'll go play Echoes of Wisdom.
Yeah, I can't wait to get into it.
If I could find it
I've
cheap, I
been
know.
really enjoying Donkey Kong. It is so good.
Yeah, I've heard. I still don't have a Switch 2. I had one, and then they canceled Bear's reservation he had for me. So then he gave me back my money. Then they did it again, and by that time I was like, man, that's a lot of money. It's a lot of races. Uh, so I kind of don't have one, and something's gonna push me to the edge because I'm gonna get Prime 4 eventually.
I want to play
Because
it so bad.
Metroid Dread was probably my favorite game I played on Switch. It is so good. It is just like ruthlessly hard, super cool. Samus talks for the first time, but she speaks in Chozo.
Oh, cool.
So yeah, like it's always those. Do you make her talk? Like, yes, just make her talk. Get over
Yeah.
this. I'm tired of the silent protagonist thing, and
Yeah, we're gonna
it
hear Link
worked.
talk in the movie.
Like the thing is, like people call Link a silent protagonist, but you can tell he's talking to people in the
Oh
games.
yeah,
Because
even in Twilight Princess, they made his lips and stuff move.
yeah,
So.
and they'll be like, "Oh, you're looking for this?" Like he didn't just come up there and stare them in the eyes and like,
Yeah.
"Oh, you want to buy this?" He has to be like, "Hey, I want to buy that bomb bag." So he's clearly got a voice. So let him talk. And I got to tell you, this is so racist of me. Maybe. But when I played Breath of the Wild for the first time and I heard Zelda talk, and she's like Link, and I was like, "Why is she British?" And I was like, "They're American, right?"
And like, there's no way they're American. They have to have a British accent.
Sword and sorcery.
Look
I
at
get
this.
it. I get it. They're supposed. He's not gay. He's British. And like, but something about it, just because her voice was always in my.
Brad's like, this is an American game made in Japan.
And I was like, yeah, this is Japanese. And it's sort of like, if you guys have watched it, and if you haven't, you should watch Dungeons and Dragons: Honor Amongst Thieves. Great movie, great high fantasy, and I love that like Chris Pines uses his American accent, and like you don't like. I hate the idea that you have to have some European accent if you're high fantasy. I understand now. Zelda is supposed to be English. I get it, but it was just like she started talking. I was like, "Why is she faking her accent?" It was so funny because I was like, "Oh, right, it's like castles and swords and knights and shit. Like it makes sense."
I can imagine Brad watching Lord of the Rings for the first time.
Yeah, I think Lord of the Rings should have American accents because it's just high fantasy. Like the accent shouldn't be a big thing. But Zelda, I get it.
How the hell does
Big
Smeagol
question:
sound
how
like
am I
that?
going to get over? You know, all fantasy characters are British, even the mythical ones like France and other places. Is France even a real place? But yeah, it shook me. I was blown away. I was like, "There's voice acting," and for some reason they tried to be. Why they got James Bond in here?
I mean, if it's Daniel Craig, I get it.
Lord of the Rings. They should all be Kiwis from New Zealand. Just I'm just gonna say they're all South African since that's how Lee sounds.
You should have told her to tune into the stream.
She might be. I think she's doing work. She's probably doing doctor shit.
Who needs to do doctor shit when we're talking about Zelda?
Justin hasn't met her yet, and so obviously she has an accent. It sounds she's colonial British because she lives in South Africa, but she's from South Africa, and so not Philip, Justin will always be like, "How was Lee the other night?" Did she go, "Hello, it's a puppet?" It's like so he does like a really bad. And
Justin's if nothing, if not consistent.
To be fair, our favorite thing to do is do terrible British accents at work to each other and make up fake slang. Like enough that we couldn't do it or Aaron would punch us. But it's really funny. And so now he's just transferred it to Lee. So yeah.
Get ready, Aaron, because we're going to be doing it the whole time you're here.
Well, the southern accent is in dialect is taken from upper crust British anyway, so we're the evolution. He's Charmander and we're Charizard. Because they can't wait. Oh, Aaron, they were talking about. The stream always comes to this. It's one of the anniversaries for the Transformers movies. I guess is it 40 years?
Yeah.
40 years of the Transformers movie. And there's talks about it coming back in the theaters, and the anniversary is very close to your time being over here. And I was like, if Transformers is in the theaters when Aaron's here, it is gonna be. We're going pantsless.
Yeah, we're gonna rent out a theater because there's gonna be some obscene shit going down.
We're gonna rent out a theater and be like, lock the doors and don't let anyone in.
Yeah,
we're gonna have a bouncer.
You're not gonna want to come in for 24 hours at least.
Yeah, yeah. We'll pay an extra cleaning fee.
Yeah,
but it's
we'll hire our own cleaner.
Yeah, it's we'll see if Fathom Events does it.
I'm off camera here.
Last time we did it, we went and there was probably like 30 people in that theater.
Yeah.
And we were carrying the team for the whole place, singing every song.
Damn right.
Bear screamed when they killed Starscream.
Instruments of destruction.
Cheered when Unicron died when they were all one.
Hell yeah. Singing the Transformers theme twice at the end credits. With some Unicron's head just frozen in space.
I'm sorry, the single greatest movie soundtrack ever.
Oh, it's so good.
But yeah, we'll see if it comes out. Back to Zelda.
Back to Zelda.
What are some other stuff we haven't talked about? Oh, if you didn't know, you can, other than the final blow on this version of Ganon, you can beat him with the Megaton Hammer. Like for some reason, growing up, it was my favorite item in Ocarina of Time is the Megaton Hammer, and I loved it. And so I was like, I wonder if you can. And so you have to like roll under his legs and hit his tail, of course.
Yeah.
And you can do it. It's just slow.
His big flashing tail.
You could beat Shadow Link really easy with it because if you swing at him, of course, he'll step on your sword and then hit you.
Yeah.
You can't step on the Megaton
That
Hammer.
was so annoying.
You can just wail on him. You out there like Thor just swinging that thing.
It's Twilight Princess where you throw the fishing rod and Ganon just gets totally confused.
Yeah, he gets discombobulated.
Yeah. He's like, I don't know what the hell that is. Kill me now.
They get discombobulated. Lee had never heard the term cattywampus. She was talking about like the trail. If the trail is, she's like, it's off Camber, and I was like, yeah, it's cattywampus, and she's like, what the hell is cattywampus?
She's like, you fucking American.
And I know, like, she's lived here for 10 years, so she knows most of it, but like, I'll catch her every once in a while. And she looked it up later, and she's like, cattywampus, and like finding these definitions for it. She's like, oh, you were right. It means to be off center or tilted. I'm like, yeah, cattywampus. Give me my sweet tea.
Love some sweet tea.
Oh yeah, had some today. Had Popeyes. Aaron's gonna die when we give him.
I can't wait.
I'm gonna get extra sweet gold peak. He'll just go into a coma. He'll wake back up in England and doesn't know what happened. It's worse than like Everclear for him. Oh, but you're gonna be off for some of that, right?
I'm planning on trying to take off that whole week.
Oh, that'd be cool. I'm trying
because I'm trying to take off. I usually like to take off starting with free comic book days.
Yeah.
And then take a week off, and so I'm trying to do that again.
That'd be cool. If you do that, I'd probably just come stay out here with y'all and like sleep on the couch and let him have the spare room, and we can kind of launch and do a bunch of things.
What do you mean? Aaron's sleeping in the bed with me. Ashley's using the spare room.
Aaron said, hold on. Aaron said, hold on. I was looking up Transformers. Why am I going into a coma? Oh, it said, we're going to give you Gold Peak is a brand, like a national brand of sweet tea. And it's good. It's a good sweet tea if you're in a pinch and can't make some at home.
Don't worry, we'll have plenty made here.
They have an extra sweet variety, and the first time I see it, I thought I could see X-rays. Like it hit me like, oh!
Jesus Christ.
Like I was ready to fight the sun, and I could see through brick walls.
Brad was making noises like Staryu in the Pokemon show.
Yeah, I was like the guy drinking pee and Dumb and Dumber.
Get the hell out of here! Get the hell out of here! Daniel Stern.
Pull over. It's a cardigan, but thanks for noticing.
What a good movie.
How much insulin do I need to take? And the answer's yes. Like, we're going to have to Pulp Fiction insulin into you just straight into the heart.
We're also going to do some other Pulp Fiction stuff.
Oh my God. Actually shoot him when he's in the backseat.
What are your thoughts on Marcellus Wallace?
Yeah. He just said excellent. Oh.
All right, I'm actually getting this outline done pretty well.
Yeah. His face had a lot of detail in it that you had to get through.
This is also going back to the where I'm getting more comfortable with inking. Because, I mean, there's a lot of lines in here. Actually, the whole thing is pretty damn rough. But I'm getting confident to where I can just ink over really rough
stuff.
Pretty soon I won't need Corey.
Is that going to just go in the portfolio and see if somebody will snag it?
Yeah. Probably take it to Heroes Con,
You have to bulk that book up. You did a couple of live shows.
Oh, dude, yeah. No, I've got a lot. I'm really trying to finish these damn commissions first, but really looking forward to Heroes Con though. Got that locked in. Lee got a booth at Heroes Con.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nick said big gulps. Well, see you later.
I love that too.
We'll say that all the
I
time.
say that all the time at work, and nobody gets it. I'm wasted at work.
Oh yeah. I drop quotes all the time on people. I'm somewhat like too quick witted at work and like the villain they deserve because of it. Kick his ass, Seabass. I didn't know that was like a football player.
Seabass?
Yeah. I
Of
took
course
off
we
to go
would
to
know it's a
HeroCon
football. Why would we know it's a football player?
and said I took off to go to HeroesCon with you guys.
Cool.
Hope I can swing it monetarily. And have money for food, and you'll be fine.
Yeah, we need to look at hotels.
Yeah,
too.
we got to get a better. Our hotel last year was a catastrophe, and we haven't streamed, so we haven't talked about this.
Oh, that's true.
So,
yeah.
So we get a hotel room. Scoot just finds one close because we were kind of on the fence, didn't know if we were gonna get to go. And I was like, dude, just book it. I'll pay for it, whatever. We get the place, and it's just like a Hilton or something.
Yeah, it was so it looked like a really upscale hotel.
Yeah, and we get in there. So we get there the day before, and there's one person ahead of us. There's two people, two like concierge or whatever, helping check people in. They each have one person. And we're there for like 45 minutes.
Yeah, and granted, we'd already been on the road like 12 hours that day.
Yeah.
We had to drive through the mountains because there was a rock slide.
Yeah, there's a rock slide that closed the regular pass, and we stopped in Knoxville to talk to the guys at Nirvana Comics. Super cool dudes. If you're ever in Knoxville, great location too. But
they had Mark Bagley there a couple weeks
ago. Man, Bagley's so cool. But we get there and we're tired. We don't bring in all our luggage, and we sit there forever. We finally get up there, and it's taken them a while, Scoot and I have worked in customer service so long. We are immensely patient. We were patient before, but you work long enough. Maybe something's going on. Maybe the guy is very kind to us.
Yeah.
So we finally get our room, and we go up there. We go in, and it's just a stock hotel room. It was nothing fancy, but it worked for us. We get up there, we drag all our stuff up there, we plan out what we're going to do the next morning. We realize it's too late to get there and set up, so we'll set up in the morning. We'll get there early. We get up the next morning. We worked out first, and then we get up the next morning, go out super early. We work HeroesCon, and if you've seen us at conventions, we hustle. So we're up. The only thing in there to eat is Bojangles. So now, like, Bojangles is our red notebook for the Winter Soldier. Like, you give us Bojangles, and we just start creating comics. And we're going around.
Chicken strip, honey mustard.
Scoot and I were so busy. It took us until the third day to go see people. And all I did was I went and I talked to Xander Cannon about kaiju and storytelling, which that's a whole different thing we can get into. Xander Cannon was incredible. But
I still didn't get to meet Daniel Warren Johnson.
Daniel Warren Johnson's line was ridiculous. But we were there, and we finish up, and I don't know if we went to eat first. Oh, we hadn't eaten.
Yeah.
We were like, we're going to go drop our stuff because we were carrying a bunch of stuff back. And we said, we're going to go drop our stuff, and we're going to go find food. We get to the top, and our key card doesn't work. We have 3 of these things, one for each of us, and none of our key cards work. We're trying to open it. We go down there. Scoot goes down there. Some guy comes up 15 minutes later, tries it. It's not working. I'm like, just open the door for us.
Yeah.
Like, it can't be that hard. Just open the door, then figure out the key. We just want to go in, drop our stuff, and go find food. So then the guy's like, hold on, I'll be right back. It's like 30 minutes later. We're still not there. So Scoot goes back downstairs, asks them what's going on. The guy's like, oh, yeah, well, we were caught up. Like, no, dude, like, solve this problem before you take care of these other ones. And he comes up, he's trying all these key cards, he's trying all this stuff, and it will not open the door. They find out apparently even though we pre-booked 3 nights, they had marked us as checking out. Yeah. We had a do not disturb sign on the door so they wouldn't mess with all of our stuff. And then the cleaning lady went in, saw there was a bunch of stuff, marked it as a problem, and flagged it, and they just auto-locked our room.
Yeah.
Didn't think, oh, there's people's stuff in here. Maybe they're coming back. They just locked it. So then it ended up being about an hour and a half.
And we're just sitting in the hallway.
Scoot had to go back there a third time. They finally come down, unlock it. They had to do like a master unlock. We had to go down there and get new keys. And we're like, whatever. So we're cranky. We're hungry. Finally go, that night's fine. Whatever. Next day, we don't sleep a lot. I get up early. I do my run. Scoot goes Scoot's working on commissions all night because he got a bunch of them to do to finish before the con's over. We go out hustling again. That is, we weren't not ready, but we were caught off guard.
Oh yeah,
It was
I was
so
not expecting
big.
to be that busy.
It's the biggest convention we ever did. So we were again hustling all day to where Ashley was gracious enough to go get us food at one point every day. We just go get the same Bojangles thing every day, and then she would once a day she'd get Starbucks and get me some chai, and we were just there, just hustling. So we're walking back, and Scoot's trying to go to the like drink and draw or whatever, the auction they were doing.
Yeah.
And I'm like, hey, I'm gonna go work out, then I'm gonna go find food. And I was like, wouldn't it be funny if we get up here and our card key doesn't work?
I was like, there's no way.
We did. I touched my key, it doesn't work. I was like, you got to be fucking
That's
kidding
just
me.
funny now, but
It's funny now.
It's not funny.
And then we're all trying our key. Ashley looks like she's about to kill the nearest person, whether it's Scoot or an employee. And I'm like, I got it, Scoot. I'm going down there. And I'm sitting in line, and I'm like, I got my arms crossed, and I'm tapping my key card on my arm because I'm very upset at this point. And I get to the concierge or whatever his name is, and I was like, yesterday we spent an hour and a half waiting for our room to be open because you guys checked us out for some reason, and our key cards do not work again. I was like, I know this isn't your problem, but it's now your problem to fix. And he was like, oh, he's like, hold on. He's like, you got all the cards? Like, yeah, here's all three of them that don't work. Well, let's get rid of these because clearly these are a problem, and let's remake the key cards completely. And I was like, why didn't you do that yesterday? And I was just like, I went up there, I was like, if they don't work, I'll be back down here in 5. And they worked, and I was like, that guy got so lucky.
Yeah.
And it was just a catastrophe. And then they had a set amount. They're like, here's how much this costs. And then when we got the bill, it was like $200 more. And I told Scoot, I was like, Scoot, you call them and you talk to them. And it was fees. It was hidden fees that they loop on you. And I was like, okay, Scoot, it doesn't matter. We're not going to get our money back. I said, I need you to leave a 1-star review. Whatever the lowest review you can leave is, and I need you to write. And so Scoot wrote, and again, you got to think like, it takes a lot. Like if I'm in a restaurant. It takes a lot to frustrate us. Because Scoot's worked retail his whole life. I've worked retail. I've worked restaurant industry. I've worked rental. I've worked everything. So like, again, I saw something once. It was like, for me to yell at a waiter or a server at a restaurant, they have to come and serve me like live bees that attack me. Live bees. And then I'd be like, oh, that was probably something I did. I probably ordered the live
good one.
Yeah, I ordered the live bees instead of the chicken tenders. Yeah. And so
don't know why y'all got live bees.
For us to get frustrated, something has to be really bad. Then for us to leave a negative review, how horrible is that? And so Scoot wrote, he maxed out the word count.
Yeah, I had to go back and edit it because I didn't have enough words.
And he sent it to me. He's like, "How's this?" And I stopped at work, read this thing, and I was like, "Here's one thing to change." And he's like, "Oh yeah, word it that." And then I was like, "Send it." And I was like, I almost didn't care if they messaged us and said, "We're so sorry, we'll comp you a room next year." I would almost say no.
Yeah.
I mean, I probably wouldn't because a free room is a free room. But I would be very tempted because, man, just like everything went wrong. I mean,
like, how does that happen? Like, it was so insane.
And again, I need a bed that doesn't have bed bugs. I need a clean room, and that's it. I don't need you to clean it every day. I don't mess stuff up. I don't need you to check on me. I don't need you to leave little mints on my pillows. I don't need you to be waiting at the pool after I'm done and like give me a massage.
I don't even need you to bring me towels. I'll go get my own damn towels.
I just need you to give me a place I can lay my head and leave me alone. And it failed on every level.
Every level. It probably wouldn't have been. No, it would have still been bad. I was going to say, it might not have been as bad if we weren't so damn tired. But dude, like, you talk about working a convention. Like, we worked the shit out of that convention.
I told Mom Erin is going to be staying at your house, and she said he can use her room for a little while.
Yeah, that's still her room.
It's a nice room. If I make it to Heroes Con, I'll be your runner. Only other things I want to do is see if they have a cosplay contest and maybe enter.
They had a cosplay contest. And that's not a big con for cosplay. So.
I guarantee you would have swept it last year, I think. That'd be very kind. That's very kind. Also, I don't. Oh, Zane said, I'm saying, fucking Zane. Aaron said that's very kind, but also I don't want to put anyone out. I can just sleep just about anywhere there's space. Same way,
Oh
same.
no,
But he's got a spare room.
I
It's
have a
nice.
spare room. The reason she said she'll let her use a room is because
Oh
last
yeah.
year when she was in the hospital and she got out of the hospital, she stayed with us for about a month, and that was the room
Yeah.
she stayed in.
I mean, even if Aaron bounces over to my house at a certain point,
Yeah. But
I've got,
Aaron, you have a hotel room in Nashville, right?
yeah, we can.
I mean, I know you're going to be spending some time with us, but I know you're going to be doing some stuff in Nashville as well.
And if you're in Nashville, I already said I would come stay in Nashville too.
It's where Ashley gets her tattoos. Maybe Ashley will get a new tattoo.
Maybe I should get one. Maybe we should all get one together with Aaron. He said, "Are there any cons when I'm over, or should we just make our own?"
I'm pretty sure there's no cons. And you're just missing Free Comic Book Day, which sucks because
Yeah.
we always hang out on Free Comic Book Day.
Yeah, free comic book day is fun because we just hit a bunch of stores, buy a bunch of stuff, talk comics all day. Then we go back to Mark's, who lives in South Haven, a little south of us, as it sounds.
Yeah.
And then we
Make
watch nerdy
homemade
stuff,
pizza.
like either movies or documentaries, and we make homemade pizzas. It's a fun,
It's just a chill day.
I guess there's people who'd like to go out and drink and get hammered, which we can definitely go for drinks. We're definitely going if you want. But just hanging out, watching homemade pizza. Like we watched Endgame, then we watched that documentary once that I think Robert
Kirkman, yeah.
That one was super fun.
Secret Life of Heroes or something like
Yeah, and so yeah, no, we'll find stuff to do.
Yeah.
Nashville's a bit Vegas-y these days, but it's okay. Saw Jet there when they came recently, and that was awesome. Yeah, and he said, "Don't watch Cats." So if anybody has suffered since 2020, it's our fault. We watched Cats, and we did a bootleg version, and because we obviously weren't going to pay for it, and ever since then the world went downhill. Like the
COVID happened.
COVID happened 2 weeks later, which it was revving up. But yeah, we
brought it to America.
Aaron said I miss Free Comic Book Day because I'm on damn planes. Yeah, maybe you'll get stuck with a bunch of comic creators who are flying over, and you'll have one on the plane.
And make sure you name drop me.
Scoot, are you familiar with Scoot? Yeah, we'll figure out some stuff to do. I know Annie will be into it. Aaron wants to go ghost hunting somewhere. We've got some good old ass cemeteries we can go to. But what we'll do is we'll go to the cemeteries and be like, "Please follow us home," and then we'll come to Scoot's house.
No, don't.
And we'll leave the ghosts here.
I thought you were going to say we'll go to a cemetery and we'll kill somebody.
Oh my god, we're gonna create a ghost.
Aaron, how do you feel about ghost creation?
No. Okay, let's kill a bomb.
Let's kill a bomb.
Can ghosts board planes? Maybe. You live in England. You have more ghosts per mile than we do by far. Ooh, the Fontaine House would be cool, and Molly Fontaine's is a cool bar to go to as well. Annie's #1 in this group now. I don't know how y'all get crowns, but good job.
I think it's because of commenting.
Oh. He said, "Isn't that just we're making a ghost? Isn't that just murder?"
It depends on how you look at it.
Yeah. Sure, you could call it a pyramid scheme. I call it multi-level marketing. It's all in how you look at it.
So how about them Zelda games?
Yeah. Blame it on him. Trust me, you don't want to be in an American prison. We have not figured out the right way to do them yet. How are you looking on that thing, Scoot?
I'm pretty happy with it so far. Let me zoom out real quick.
Yeah, give the people what they want.
Yeah, we're there's no way I'm gonna finish this by 8 o'clock, but
it was looking good.
Yeah, I'm pretty pumped about it right now.
It'll be a fun one to jump on a random stream or something.
Yeah,
too,
it's been very fun to work on it.
It's been 1 week since you looked at me.
It's been 1 week.
Murder.
And I've always wanted to do a big Zelda piece, but like I've mentioned on a lot of the streams recently, I don't get to draw just what I want to draw like often. So,
Yeah.
which is okay. I'm not complaining that people want me to draw
Yeah.
stuff.
Boo! I'm making money with art.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it is fun when people give you fun stuff to do. Like I
Yeah.
remember it when Brian Level was at Memphis Comic Expo and he was still unknown, so I got a full like grayscale sketch from him for like $50.
Yeah, that was
And he
crazy.
was like, "What do you want to do?" I was like, "What have you been doing all day?" He's like, "I've been doing a lot of Ninja Turtles." I was like, "Oh yeah." And I was like, "Did you do a video game character?" He's like, "Who?" I was like, Samus Aran from Metroid." He's like, "Oh, that's cool." He's like, "Zero Suit or Varia suit." I was like, "Varia." He's like, "That's even cooler." And so like I thought that'd be weird. I guess her suit is pretty organic. It's not super blocky,
Yeah.
but he had fun doing that. And I feel like people like obviously Mark Bagley didn't have a chance. He's like, "What do you want, Venom? What do you think I want?"
He's like, of course.
Does a bear shit in the woods, or do I want Mark Bagley to draw Carnage? Like, yes, draw Carnage. Like,
And a bear shitting in the woods.
and so I think the artists like when you throw them curveballs sometimes.
Yeah. That's what I always say, that I like to draw women, but nobody ever has me draw women. Well, at
Yeah.
Heroes Con, they had me draw lots of
Oh.
women, and it was
Oh,
awesome.
yeah.
So
Heroes Con was wild because Scoot and I, one of our catchphrase, like something I always say is when people come like, "Hey, come around, take a look. Let us know if you see something you like. If you see something you like, you don't like the price, let us know that too, because we'll barter." And like people will barter with us at Heroes Con. People were not bartering.
no.
People came up there like, I was like, "If you like it, man, you don't like the price, like, no, here's $80." And we're like, "Oh, that was like a 4-year-old sketch." And like, people were there. And what it is it's not that there were tons of rich people there. It wasn't, you had these people. Now you did have a lot of like the old heads, or probably like people who were retired and have a like set good income, who were there buying tons of art. But like the first dude who came up, he's like, "How much to do a full Fathom?" And he's like, "Oh, it'll be this much." And dude opened a little bank envelope that had nothing but hundreds in it.
Yeah.
And I would
Like
guess
they have a budget.
I would guess he probably had $3,000 or more in that.
And their budget is more than my rent.
Their budgets are just so absurdly huge. And that's why a dude came over, he's like, "I want this one and this one." I was like, "Oh man, we could probably cut you a deal." He's like, "Nope, here's 80, see ya." And just took his art and left.
It was crazy.
And so it was really fun to Scoot. I was like, "Damn, we need to start jacking some prices up." And then some people came around, they're like, "You need to be putting higher prices on." It's like, "Well, I'm kind of unknown, and this is my first Hero Con." And they're like, "When you come back, put them higher."
Yeah.
And so it was really cool for Scoot to just be making bank. I mean, we made more the first day there than we've made at any con over multi-days ever. And it was cool to see people support him. Like, who cares if you don't have a name? This is what this place is here for, artists.
Yeah.
So sell your art. And so that was really cool. And really
having that guy recognize me on the street was so absurd.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
What is going on? Hey, you're Scoot, right? Yeah. Man, I just wanted to tell you how big of a fan I am of you and introduce myself. I was like, what? It's crazy.
And he says, "I still want Scoot to draw my 2 captains, Marvel and Carter." The only one that matters is Captain Crunch.
Oh my God, that's such a good idea
Oh,
for a stream.
he has so Scoot knows it. Anybody in the chat without looking it up know Captain Crunch's full name? And if you do, throw it in there. I'm really I like weird things like
Aaron, do y'all have Captain Crunch over there?
If not, get ready for Peanut Butter Crunch.
Man,
the if you know the Michelin Man, his name is Bobinden.
That's a crazy name.
Gosh, Mr. Peanut's the one. His name's like Richard Bartholomew something Smythe. There's lots of fun ones. He became an Admiral Crunch in Futurama. I think because they used to have the wrong number of like slashes on his jacket, and so they finally corrected it to be a captain.
Yeah, definitely going to do a Captain Crunch stream. That's a fantastic idea.
Well, his name is Horatio Magellan Crunch. Do you know what his elephant?
Oh my God! What is his elephant's name? I have it. Oh my god! I
Wow,
don't.
Scoot hates elephants.
Ah,
You heard it here
shit! I
first.
can't even call myself an elephant fan. He is the elephant among elephants. God, what's his name? What is it? I can't remember.
I'm struggling with this too.
Uh,
Cap'n Crunch,
Elephant.
elephant. I wanted to say it was Skippy, but
No, that's the peanut butter.
that does make sense. Smedley.
Smedley. That's
Smedley's his name.
That's such a
He's
good
on the
name.
back of the box now.
Yeah, he is.
I took your advice and got it. Got some.
The
And
peanut butter crunch.
Oh yeah,
oh,
very
it's
good.
so good. Yeah.
Uh,
Captain Crunch. I know him.
I love
I
it.
think we can get it. You think you can get it? Man, hold on. You want to know how much I like Captain Crunch? Look at this. Look at this right here.
He has all of them.
I have all 4 of them. You had to eat enough cereal, send off proofs of purchase, and you could get 3 of them. And I didn't know there was a 4th one. And Brad got me the 4th one for Christmas. The best Christmas present I've ever got.
Yeah. He said it was the happiest day of his life, above his wedding day.
Yeah, absolutely. Ashley gets it. She understands.
She understands. Understands it. It's that is. First of all, they're really good sculpts. Like
they are amazing.
For like cereal toys, they were great, and that definitely like triggered our collector syndrome, because I remember I was like, I think he's missing 1 or 2, and I took a picture and I looked him up and I found the one he was missing.
And what was crazy, because that one that you got me wasn't even promoted on the box.
Yeah.
So I had no idea.
I think maybe they did it later because it was on the stuff I found about it.
Because yeah, I had no idea that one even existed. When I mailed away and got all 3 of them, I was like, I got them all.
Yeah, we get passionate about some weird stuff.
Yeah. Honestly, if there's anything that we like, we get super passionate. Like, we take it to the extreme.
I was talking to Lee about this today, because we were talking about addiction versus like passion.
Yeah.
And I was like, I always used to say, and still to this day will say sometimes, is I have an addictive personality.
Yeah.
When I get into, but I think the right way to say it is a passionate personality. When we find something we like, we put our passion into it, because I mean, I love video games. I was passionate about video games, but I kind of have removed them from my life because I needed time for other things. And I'm not like a junkie, but also I don't think we have addictive personalities because we've done stuff illicit that is addicting to some people, but we did not have that issue.
Yeah.
Or also even look at something not like, joking aside, like look at we had so many people we knew growing up who became alcoholic or borderline alcoholic, and we drink, but we'll go out and have a drink or 2 now and then, and it's not something we get hooked on.
Yeah.
And that's because drinking is just something you do socially for fun. But when we get into comics, boy, we are collecting. We have 6 bookshelves full of them. We want to make our own. When I got into we get into fitness, when you got into it and you were like, I'm going to start working out, you got really into it. And when we find something we get into, it's not an addictive personality, but when we find something worth our time, we are passionate about it. And
I get incredibly passionate about it. Like, I mean, to the point to like talking about this stream here. Like this stream, I was like, all right, we're going to do a 40th anniversary of Zelda stream. What can I do to make things different? So I made a new damn screen. I made an intro screen.
Yeah.
I've got all this stuff. I've got about 1/10 of the Zelda items I have in the room with me. What can I do? I'm going to draw a piece of art that I know I'm not going to be able to finish in 2 hours. You know, we do take things to the extreme.
Or like, we've always, I think if you looked at the cascade of our fandoms, it might have been Nintendo first.
Yeah.
Right behind it, Marvel.
Oh, for
and then
sure.
Star Wars. Star Wars coming in about 97, 98.
Yeah.
Probably a later one, but something that stuck around. And like, a lot of you've probably seen pictures of me when we went to Star Wars Celebration and I was in 8th grade and I made a costume, and my mom, being the baller she was, we made these costumes, which my mom helped us. My mom taught us how to sew. She made me a Jedi costume. We couldn't afford boots, so I wore my Converses, which looked dope. Yeah. But mom took me to like Home Depot, probably one of the hardware stores. I was like, hey, buy a bunch of stuff and make yourself a lightsaber handle. And so I made this cool lightsaber hilt. I mean, for a kid in 8th grade, I loved it. It's clearly piping. Yeah. It's clearly plumbing parts, but it looked really cool. And I thought I lost it in our house fire, and I found out Bear had it. And so I got it, and I was looking at it, and I was like, man, this is still cool. I love that I made this. I love that I had that. And I was like, I can do it better now. And I was like, I can do it with electronics and a
Yep.
blade. And so I've been rebuilding that lightsaber for like a year off and on. And that's the thing is like we see it, we're like we see people do stuff online, and it's one of those where you could order it and they'll do it for you. I'm like, I can do it better than you. And we get into it. So we want to make lightsabers, we want to make costumes, we get intense and passionate about it. And I don't think that's an addiction because clearly like I didn't shun everybody for 6 weeks and make my lightsaber. I'm just working on it in my free time, but we get intense
I,
about
I,
things.
you and I have had the conversation many times about how there's creators and there's consumers. We are not consumers. We are creators. Although,
Yeah.
there's things we have to buy, but we are the kind that where we get into video games, we want to make a video game. We get into comics, we want to make comics. We get into, hey, we made this as a kid. We want to make we don't want to just make a new lightsaber. We want to make it light up. Like we always take things and it's like, we can't just enjoy something. We have to be part of it.
Yeah, I think that's a good way to say it.
Yeah, like with Star Wars. No, I don't want to go make movies. I don't want to be in a Star Wars movie, but I want to create Star Wars art. I want to make props. I want to be part of the 501st. I want to make a costume, things like that, where it's still you're being part of this fandom that you love so much.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. We wanted to make video games, and we actually started to make video games, not the actual making of the game part, but we came up with stories and characters and ideas.
I think that was
probably the start of our wanting to create stories.
We've talked about that before, is like the dream has always slightly changed, but the core remained the same, which was to create.
Yeah.
And to create universes and adventures and experiences that other people could enjoy the way we did. And I think that's a good encapsulation because like there was a time where we wanted to make movies, so I wrote scripts for movies, and we did stop action movies with our Star Wars figures and other action figures, and then we wanted to make video games. So we were planning all this stuff and like, well, we don't know how to make a video game, but we really love the writing part and the drawing the characters and coming up with this stuff. And
so how can we take that and
then we started like you started when you're like, I want to draw some comic book characters, and I was like, there's plenty, and you're like, no, like an original. And I was like, all right, let me come up with the story. And
it's just like I'm not satisfied by just enjoying something.
Yeah,
I have to take it further and do something more with it.
And I think it's the reason I watch stuff even if I don't enjoy it. If I watch, my example is always, I did not enjoy Batman v Superman: Dawn of Justice. I don't think it was a good movie. I think it was too rushed. I think the characters were flawed. I think the writing was flawed, other than a couple of things in it. But I watched it multiple times, and I watched the directorial cut on it because that was supposed to make it make more sense, and it did, but it didn't correct the problems that were there, the major problems. And people are like, why would you watch it? You always hear the name a movie you've watched 5 times. And I'm like, I watch movies I hate 5 times. And it's because I have to figure them out. And that's how we've always been, is our mind deconstructs it so that we can understand why we like something or why we didn't. That was something going back to Heroes Con, is I stopped and talked to Xander Cannon. I got a commission from him, which is dope, from his series Kaiju Max. He drew me Electrolux, and and I got to talking to him about it, and we started talking about kaiju, and we started talking about Godzilla, and it got us into streaming shows and how the seasons are spaced really far apart, and they really just use a structure of a movie rather than TV, rather than an episodic structure. And him and I, like, it was really weird because Xander Cannon was talking to me as an equal, which he is not. He is above me. But it was really interesting to sit and talk about characters and where people go wrong and where it goes right, and media we've consumed to see if we like it. And then when we don't like it, trying to figure out why we didn't like it, because it can inform you. And it was this really interesting dynamic to sit and talk to him. And eventually I was like, I'm bothering you. I need to leave. And like, I need to get back to my booth and do my job. But
when you can talk to a creative on the same level,
yeah,
or especially someone you look up to, man, it's a it's a feeling.
Yeah, 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 absolutely. And that's my thing is because I was like, you've seen people. We do it at our booths where sometimes you can keep a conversation going, but then you get people and you're like, oh, you're part of this. Let's go and we can
Yeah.
talk. And so yeah, talking to Xander Cannon was very cool because a lot of our likes overlapped. And even I was talking about Daniel Warren Johnson's line. I was like, I haven't read his Transformers. He's like, oh, I wrote a Bumblebee comic. I was like, you wrote a Bumblebee comic? And then him and I started talking about Transformers and how much we enjoyed it and uh, what makes a hero and how to. He said he told me something. He said, uh, I was talking about his Kaiju Max, which if you haven't read it, Kaiju Max is a kaiju story,
Yeah.
but it's a criticism of the American prison industrial complex.
Yeah. Yeah.
It talks about systematic incarceration. It talks about systematic racism within incarceration. It talks about the lack of rehabilitation, which is what prison is supposed to be. And it will like you're like, there's colorful monsters, and then you're just like, God, like you have to stare out the window at the sunset just to like recalibrate your mind. And he goes, yeah, when I first started, there's some fun stuff, and he goes, but you can only keep a joke going for 5 issues before no one cares. You can have a character who likes to have a lot of levity. He's like, but if your character is nothing but jokes for 5 issues, people are going to lose interest in them. And I don't know where he learned that or what life lesson that came from, but it was
Yeah.
very interesting where he's like, you have to evolve your characters and they have to become something more than a punchline or they need to get out of there. Now, some people, like Deadpool, has transcended that. Even She-Hulk, to some degree, has.
Yeah.
But it was really interesting because, like, him and I were talking, and then he started dispensing wisdom on me, and I was like, "This is very
He's
cool."
just eating it up. Yeah.
Yeah, and he's just like, I was like, God, I'd love, like, we were talking about if keeping creatives around you to keep you motivated. I was like, I would have 90 scripts written if I could just hang out with this guy full time.
Yeah.
And this is a guy who's a contemporary and came up with Brian Michael Bendis.
Mm-hmm.
Bendis became the superstar, but like his comic Sleep was so good and so different from Kaiju Max, and so he was such a fun guy to talk to. I had such a blast with him. And his commission was cheap, not cheap. It was less than
more.
I thought it was going to
Yeah,
be.
it should have been more.
Yeah, I think it was like 130 for full color for like it's like 8x6 or something.
Yeah. I got his sticker sheets in my portfolio.
Yeah.
His Kaiju monster, was it Kaiju Attack sticker sheet?
Yeah. And he said, those interactions are my favorite part of having booths at cons. My art is vastly different, but I always get a few that I just connect with. Yeah, that's so much fun. Like,
Yeah.
Scoot and I always say, we love how Heroes Con went. But I was just like, it's going to be cool being in a different city where people we don't know. If I just get to talk to people, this is going to be awesome. It's going to be worth it. I mean, we swept, we cleaned up, but it was really cool.
Yeah. I didn't get to meet the artists that I wanted to meet because we were doing so well.
Yeah, Aaron said I've had a few of those conversations with some of those big name dudes at their tables, and honestly, they appreciate it more than what most people come up to them with.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think a lot of people, you do get the stereotypical nerd who come up and like, why did you make Iceman do this in issue 45? And it's like, that's cool, but like, I've talked about it on here before, but talking to Peter David about his Scarlet Spider run, he was just sitting by himself. I was like, hey, you got time for an autograph? He's like, yeah, absolutely. And he wasn't even taking money for his. He was taking donations. Any money he got, he donated to, I think, the comic book Legal Defense.
Yeah.
And then I was like, hey, I was like, I know you're known for the Hulk, but I really loved this comic. I said, Ben Reilly and Kane Parker have been two of my favorite characters my entire life. And you put them together and you took them in such weird places and you had these angels. And he was like, yeah. I was like, I loved Christos Gage's Spider-Geddon, but I was really sad that it led to the cancellation of this book. And I wanted to see where you were taking it. And he goes, yeah. And he kind of was giving me some stuff that I don't even fully remember now. And unfortunately, he's passed now, I believe.
Yeah.
But he was like, yeah, I plan to do this with the angels and this and this and this. And it was really cool. Like, he was just like, oh, cool, somebody's into this comic and I want to tell them about it. And
yeah.
it's fun talking to those people like that. And Danger Canyon was definitely my highlight because I didn't talk to. I don't know if I talked to anybody else there. I think he was the only person.
Yeah, I don't think you did either. That's where I first met Todd Knock. He was cool, but I didn't really spend a lot of time talking to him. But um, I got to meet Viken Marion. He was cool.
What? Oh, Beacon he was so tall.
he's
He was
freaking
so tall. That guy
He's
was,
very tall.
and he's like, I'm 5'10". I'm not short, and then you're what 6'4",
6'2",
6'2",
yeah.
and he towered over you.
Oh yeah.
He was like, hey, little buddy, like.
Yeah, met him at Jordan Gunderson, who I've liked his work for a long time. But then getting to meet Tradmore was the coolest.
Was he the hippie dude?
Yeah.
Yeah, take your hair down.
That fool had loafers on and like
a tank top and a
capris, yeah. And it was like I was like, man, I should have taken my hair down for this. Oh man, you should do it. Man, doesn't that feel free? Like, yeah, it does. He is super cool. But he looked at my art on his phone and stuff. So I was like, man, I don't have anything to sign. I just want to tell you how awesome and how different I think your work is. He's like, oh man, I really appreciate that.
Yeah, I like cool people like that because
those interactions at conventions. People always say don't meet your heroes. So far, I've had a good track record, man. Because
oh, go ahead.
Like meeting David Finch. If there was anybody that was going to crush my spirits of meeting my heroes, it'd have been him.
Meeting Jim Chung was super cool.
Yeah, Jim Chung.
Talking to him about Hickman, because I was like, dude, I got him to sign one of the issues of Infinity. I was like, you probably drew my favorite battle, my favorite fight scene in comic history. I was like, comics tend to skimp on fights. And I said, this one is incredible. And he's like, thanks. And I was like, how was it working with Hickman? He's like, dude, you got to read that script at least twice before you get it. And he's like, but once you get it, you see his vision. And it was so much fun to draw. I was like, well, whatever you're doing, keep it up. And like, he was fun to talk to. But yeah, like David Finch was super cool. His Meredith Finch was super cool.
Yeah.
Chris Claremont, he's a legend. He could have been a jackass, and I still would have paid him for his autograph. Yeah. And he was cool. And I think like other than Peter Mayhew, which I got him on a bad day. Like we've made a lot of jokes over the years, but like everybody was talking about how cool he was, and I'm like, you got to remember, it was a good lesson. I shouldn't have learned it at like 9 years old.
Yeah.
But you got to learn that these people are human, and inevitably they're going to have a bad day. He shouldn't have taken it out on a 9-year-old, but he's human. He probably was just not having a good day, and he was over it. And so he was very terse with me, and I didn't like that. So these people are human, but it's fun. Talk to them and be cool. Don't be weird.
Yeah.
I met Seth Green was pretty cool when I met him. It was fun.
If you have a chance to meet your hero, fucking do it.
Yeah.
Even if they turn out to be shitty, that's awful, but I think you would regret it more not even attempting to meet them.
So Aaron said Sanford Green did a Wu-Tang graphic novel. I went to his table and said hi, and he said, so you like Bitter Root? And I said I did, but I really liked that graphic novel. And said the dude's demeanor changed quick, like an energetic child.
Yeah. Sanford Green's awesome too.
Yeah, and the thing, I think, one, they need to remember that we're the reason they have a job.
Yeah.
And I'm not like one of those, I paid the taxes, you work for me, but like,
I think some of them realize it.
Don't forget why you're there.
Yeah.
These people love you. These people like your stuff. So be happy, be energetic, be personable. And I think most of them, I can't think of anybody like Gene Ha. I didn't interact with him a lot. He was super cool though.
Yeah.
Brian Level was super fun to talk to.
Todd Knock this past year was awesome.
Todd Knock, we were chilling, hanging out with him. Who did he draw for you? Did he do Nightcrawler?
No, he did Jack-o'-lantern.
Jack-o'-lantern. Where you got that thing at?
In my portfolio.
Oh, you don't have it hung up yet. Okay. No. We needed to have a framing day.
Yeah, because I got a lot of original art now that I need to.
Yeah. I realize I don't have Marty Grabstein's signatures framed of the Courage picture I drew of Courage the Cowardly Dog.
Oh, yeah.
He was so fun to meet.
He's going to be at that convention that's here in a couple of weeks, which I don't think I'll be attending.
Yeah, he asked if I knew everybody, and I was like, I know some of these people. Aaron said, I think sometimes when they go to these cons, they expect the same old stuff, but when they get that one comment about some random piece they did, brings them to life. Yeah, so that's it. Again, going back to Peter David, I'm sure everybody asked him about Hulk and all this stuff, and I was like, "Hey, bro, you treated my favorite characters well. Thank you. Can we talk about it?" And he's like, "Yeah, let's talk about this." And said, "I will be at Blue City Comic Con for a day." I mean, it's right across the street, so I don't know what date. What are the dates?
I don't know.
I'll Lee sent me a picture of the flyer. She saw it on campus. We're getting her nerdy. I made her a nerdy bingo that I think you guys would enjoy. And some of them are things like we want to I want her to watch or read. Some of them are just things like I had one that said cultural importance of Godzilla, and I just gave her a speech.
Nice.
I refrained from putting like having a PowerPoint. March 28th through the 29th.
Sure, I may be off that weekend. I don't remember.
I don't think I have anything going on. Looks like a good cast. It looks definitely more of like one of those fan expos because they really.
It's a celebrity con.
Yeah. But Brutus Beefcake will be there.
Yeah.
Yeah, Marty Grabstein. Yeah. Which I think HeroCon spoiled me. HeroCon is my kind of convention.
HeroCon is the best convention.
It's just a bunch of people. I mean, they had booths so you could go buy like trades and stuff. That was fine, but it was just people doing stuff. Dude, Brian Level is awesome. I told you all about that like 4-hour chat I had with him, thinking he was some random guy called Ryan. Good dudes. Also, get Lee's American Bingo card. Got to see her shoot a gun. I do want her to shoot a gun. She hasn't. I told her, like, they're never going to give her permanent citizenship if she doesn't shoot a gun.
I shot a gun once, and it was pretty fun.
Yeah, I love shooting guns. I did that. She hadn't carved a jack-o'-lantern, so on Halloween I got her to do that.
Oh, that's the best. I'm really enjoying, like, I've been doing this kind of, I watched this video, and I didn't even watch the whole video, but it said something like, "You're inking wrong." And I was like, let me watch this bullshit. And so I watched it, and I ended up really enjoying it. And it's, so he said that, and he makes a good point. He's like, when you're inking, he's like, I bet if you're watching this video, when you're inking, you may be spending a lot of time making sure every line is perfect with your inks. And I'm sitting there like, yup. Like talking to him. Like, yup, that's me. So what do you got to prove now? Well, he was like, look, he's like, you can sketch with a pen too. It's okay. Like, and he was being real positive. Like, and he was like, when you do lines, he's like, let me show you an example. He's like, when you do lines with ink, and you do a line that is really steady, really controlled, he goes, it looks good. He goes, but then check this out. And he just does a real quick line. And he's like, look how much energy that line has. And I was like, damn, he's right.
Yeah.
And so he was like, so next time you draw, he's like, if you like what you do, keep doing it, man. You're rocking it. And he was like, but if you, next time you draw and you want to try something different, he goes, just try doing real quick lines. Try to get through your whole picture super fast. And he's like, you might be surprised by what you see. And recently I've been doing that a lot with a lot of these lines. They're real fast, man, but the energy in them is exactly what I think I've been wanting in my inks.
Huh. It might also make it a little more organic looking.
Yeah, it's definitely more organic looking. And it's, although my style has been, I definitely know that I'm a very precise kind of artist. I like my lines to be precise and, know exactly where they're going. But doing this piece, where I have done it real sketchy just so I know what I'm doing, and then doing these quick lines has been incredibly fun and almost like freeing. Because a lot of times I'll look at my art and I'm like, man, that is cool and precise. I was like, but it kind of looks stagnant.
Yeah, I think you have to figure out how to bring energy. I think it's something that maybe before you were doing it, Corey was bringing it to.
Absolutely.
Not that your art is
No.
stagnant at all, but you don't know how to do that with the blacks.
Yeah,
and
that's
so,
why I would always get so pumped at like seeing his inks on my stuff.
Aaron said, "Can we shoot when he's here?" And I said, "Yeah."
I mean, I don't have
He
a
said,
gun.
"He
but
said,
you can go
can we?
around them.
Can I? What's the rules there?" So, one, either I could just buy a gun before you get here, and we could go to like an open pasture and shoot, or I buy another gun. But we go to a range.
I'm pretty sure you could go to a range.
I mean,
and
as
it'd
long
be
as you have an ID and you're over 21, they'll just.
Yeah.
I mean, because you're not going to leave with their gun, you're not going to do any of that. And then, yeah, if we just go to Martin or get Jim to come down, he can bring like 50 guns, and we can just go shoot. And Jim is a good shot. Scoot and I used to fill like empty Mountain Dew bottles
Yeah.
with water, and we throw them in the air and
He
try
would
to
just take
and
them
he would
out.
just shoot them. Yeah, he would do some not quite trick shots, but they're
To
tricks
me, they're trick shots.
Yeah, to me they were trick shots. So yeah, Jim's our brother-in-law. He's birthday brothers with Dwayne. Yeah, Jim's a crack shot. Used to hunt a lot too. I don't shoot living things normally. I shot
Normally.
well, we're gonna make a ghost. We gotta shoot. Unless we're gonna make Aaron strangle somebody.
Oh my god, that'd be hard to watch.
Choke him, Aaron.
Do it, Aaron.
Please.
I want to go back to the UK.
I hate America. Please, God, don't make me do this.
Yeah. Tell me, Aaron. Tell me how much you like America.
Yeah. Oh God, but
okay, all right. I think we're gonna stop here, guys, because we're hitting that
the 2-hour mark.
2-hour mark. So let's
An
actually, yeah. Let me zoom out and I'll
an
bring it
Indian
in.
with Ganon's crotch.
Yeah. So definitely didn't get as far as I wanted, but I knew I wouldn't get super far. So, but it's all good. So I'll bring in and kind of let you
Look a little bit.
Yeah. Got the damn.
You gotta.
The overhead light. That's all right. How about we just do this? So yeah.
Looks good.
Yeah. It's coming along.
He said, "God forbid this chat be the reason my visa's declined."
So, I will definitely be finishing this. I wish that I could have finished a whole piece on the 40th anniversary Zelda live stream, but it wasn't meant to be. It's fine. It'll give me something fun to do in between the commission streams, or maybe I'll even pick a random stream to do to finish it, because now that I'm like really confident in what I'm doing with it, I think it wouldn't take as long to finish it. So, but it's super fun. I'm glad I got to do a Zelda piece finally. It's long overdue. It's really long overdue.
Oh yeah.
For how much I love Zelda. So yeah, who all's still in the chat? Matt's still there. Aaron's there. Annie's there. So what else? What else can we say to wrap up the thought on Zelda? I hope that Nintendo surprises us and does something cool, some kind of cool release for the 40th.
I hope.
But we'll see.
AG Onuma watches this and wants you to draw for the next one.
If you're listening, yeah. AG Onuma,
he'll do it for free.
I will do it for free.
For exposure.
I will do it for exposure. You don't even have to put my last name. Just put it was drawn by Scoot.
Yeah. You don't have to put his name. You can
no. You can say you drew it. I'll be fine. Yeah. So yeah.
Let me meet Miyamoto.
Yeah. Zelda's great.
And y'all
Um,
are all great.
and you're all great. And it's great to have Brad back because, man, I could really focus on drawing. Um, although the first week I did finish the Demogorgon.
Yeah.
Last week I didn't finish Darth Talon. I say last week. The last time I didn't
I
finish.
whenever with you being super consistent, whenever Misty's down for a stream, we got to do the Horse Sister quiz.
Absolutely.
Because I want to do it on Lee too. Because
Oh, that'd be fun.
I think so. We'll have like we'll do a ranking of who has the most and least amount of points.
What's up, the Crown Prince? Any live sales coming? I don't have one planned, but I might try to do one this week. We'll see. I might do some quick. A lot of people have been popping into the streams asking if I have any specific characters of stuff to sell. So I might do like a quick sketch show where I can sell some smaller quick sketches of requests or something. But I'll make sure to let you guys know. But it'll probably be a random one maybe this week. We'll see because I have something planned. Let me pull up my very convenient calendar here. If you didn't know, I have a streaming calendar. So this week on the 25th, which is Wednesday, I have a commission that's the Bride of Frankenstein / Wonder Woman. It's like a mashup. And then actually less than a week, next Friday is the Pokemon 30th anniversary stream that we're going to do here on YouTube, which is a Friday night. So I have that one scheduled for 7 p.m. next week. So I'll try to squeeze it in one day. I'm not sure, but I'll be sure to post up and let you know. Because I mean, who doesn't want to sell stuff?
Yeah. We all want to sell stuff.
Yeah.
Not me. I just want people to draw my comics.
So yeah, 40th anniversary of Zelda today. The 30th anniversary of Pokemon is next week, and you may see me and Brad shed a few tears. As much as I love Zelda, Pokemon hits a spot to where when I start talking about it, man, it's like it hits you in the feels, and it's kind of that one of those things that like me and Brad shared without Bear, without Annie, without any of our siblings. Like it's me and Brad got in together, and then we also had just moved into our house where we grew up in Millington, and we shared a room together. So it was kind of that thing we got really close with. So that'll be fun to do next week.
Oh, I tried to convince next week when we talk about it. I tried to convince Scoot to get a tattoo. So what it would be is, I would get one, and it would be the battle screen. So you have the names and then the commands at the bottom, and it would be Onyx versus Raichu, and then on his side he gets Raichu versus Onyx with them swapped.
That'd be cool.
And so
because my favorite's Raichu, his favorite's Onyx.
I think you should do it, and just do it in the sprite style.
Oh, dude, it have to be the sprite
somebody do clean lines.
We all love Chubby Chew.
So. Yeah.
And I already have an idea of what I'm going to draw next week, and I will tell you next week's drawing will be finished because Pokemon is simple. It's not heavily detailed, although I will find a way to put a little bit of detail in it like I like to do. But
yeah. Everybody come in here with what your favorite Pokemon is.
Yeah, be ready.
If you don't have one, you got a week to find one.
Yeah. And maybe we haven't done it in a while. I might do something fun like a giveaway of some kind I'll draw your favorite Pokemon.
Yeah.
And do a giveaway or something. That could be fun. So
I've got some new Pokemon stickers I can throw in there.
So cool. All right. Happy 40th anniversary to Zelda. I have a special stream ending screen. It's not on normal one because it's Zelda's 40th anniversary and it's special. And then our good friend Dwayne / I am Ase on Instagram. I have his links and stuff down in the description, so go check him out. But he made a special Zelda beat that I requested 2 days ago, and he made it happen. So I'm pretty pumped about it on this outro. So I'll let it play all the way through, and you guys enjoy the listen, and hopefully use it to end your fine Zelda anniversary day. So, you got anything else?
Nope.
All right,
Glad
guys.
to be back.
It's been good to have Brad back. You'll be back next week?
Yeah.
Cool. So
Gotta
Brad will
walk
be
in.
here. Oh yeah, you got to be here for Pokemon.
Yeah,
so.
there's no way.
So yeah, hopefully we'll have more Brad, but he does have a lot of stuff he's training for this year. So
We'll make time.
there'll be some more solo ones with me, and I hope you guys are okay with that. But
We'll make it work.
Yeah, we'll make it work.
We might find a way to like remote me in if need be.
Yeah, we're gonna
we talk about that.
But thanks for everybody for tuning in. It was super fun. Don't forget to go smash the hell out of the like button and subscribe if you aren't already. For those of you that aren't, and if you're lurking on the video and you didn't chat this time, chat next time. We like to talk to the people. So.
Yeah.
But again, enjoy this. Happy 40th anniversary to Zelda, and we'll see you guys next time. Peace.